student organizations, and the athletic department here. We need to engage the students in every aspect of this university and embrace the community.
It's definitely a good one. Brian, I want to get to this part for you. We didn't get a chance to get to it before.
Okay.
Now these questions in this ad have been specifically tailored for you. Other questions were tailored toward Muhi, and he asked the questions that they had. So I'm going to pick these questions out at random.
Okay.
These are questions from students here at the university. They've come here to drop them off in a box, and we've picked out the more important ones. Some of them are kind of silly, some of them are funny, but just kind of help relax. Here we go. These are some issues that, of course, students are having.
Sure.
With this is one student said this: what could you do to improve the job campus safety does on campus, such as students responsible for damage to vehicles? Apparently, that might be an issue here where campus safety isn't actually safe enough for with cars being damaged or something like that. The student wrote that question: what would you do to help improve the job campus safety does on campus?
Well, campus safety has, if you walk into one of their offices, they have all the facts and figures there of any incidents that have happened here on campus. If you look at their statistics, you'll find out that it's very low, the incidents that happen here on our campus. And so I think they're doing a very good job. They've just been promoted to now have the authority of police officers.
Right.
And so they're in touch with Dearborn Police as well, and Dearborn Police is very responsive. They're here, they usually respond within minutes. As far as vandalism and things of that nature, they circle the parking lots, which is what we would expect of them. I guess it would be up to the students as to whether they felt it was important enough
To report the issue.
to, number one, report the issues, as you said, and number two is if we needed some type of monitoring system such as cameras, maybe on the light poles or something like that. If it came down to that, then maybe we could go into that type of protection to where people would be hesitant to do any type of vandalism because the cameras would be watching. And it boils down to an allocation of resources. Do the students want to allocate their money there? Is it important enough? Obviously it is important, but are the statistics and the crimes high enough to do something like that?
Right. Okay. So our second question here. If elected, what would you do for women on campus, or our female students? Of course, there are about 50% of us here. So what would you do for the ladies on campus, or how would you help improve their education quality, or whatever they do? Because they have different needs from us guys, you know. It takes us 30 seconds in the bathroom, it takes 3 minutes. You know, they have different needs from us. So what would you do for them?
Well, we actually have Hussein Sagir, who is running with the Unity Slate. He serves on he's a secretary in one of the women organizations here on campus. And so what I would do is I would talk with Hussein one-on-one, since he has a good feel of what's going on in the women organization there, and find out from the women directly what their needs are and address them. Obviously, it's not something that I would be able to speak for, but as well on our slate we have a lot of women that are running with us, and so we have a good perspective of what they would need. Our speaker right now, Speaker Vazzy, is a woman, and so there are important issues, and we will address them.
How would you? And I'm pretty sure I addressed this question to you before we. How would you take the pulse of the students here on campus, or how do you? You know, because of
take the what?
The pulse of the pulse of the students here, because a lot of students, I hate to say it, are really, really standoffish. They don't attend sporting events. They don't get involved with student activities, intramural sports, anything like that. So it's really hard to grab them. If you don't question them while they're eating downstairs, then you may never see them at all. So how do you get in contact with them? What are some new, creative ways that you're going to try to get in contact with them, because you need to get in contact with them and see how they feel about issues.
Great. I think we've already touched on that a little bit. I think that it's not just about the people that are downstairs or hang out in the UC, because that's a select group of people. Right. I think we need to reach out to all the students, and I had mentioned that one way that we plan on doing that is to have the speak out boxes throughout the university, which we've already bought them, and we have boards that talk about student government and what who we are. So they'll be able to put suggestions in the speak out boxes. There'll be a sign-up sheet if anybody wants to join student government or be involved in any of our major task forces. We have opened up student government to the student body. And so we're going to ask them to start coming to our meetings. If there are hot topics that the Senate is voting on, we're going to put flyers all over campus so that the students can come in, voice their concerns, and maybe they can't vote on the issues, but they can at least influence the Senate vote and go to their representatives who they have elected to represent them and be their voice and say, this is what we want, or this is how we feel on this issue. So these are just a couple of ways that student government is looking to improve our connection with the campus.
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
Did I ask you that question?
No, you didn't, and I'd like to respond to that as well. I work currently in the Office of Admissions and Orientation, and I know that's something that they've been trying to work on for years to come, and I think one of the best ways as an orientation leader, I get to see each and every student that's coming into this university who attends their orientation. So it's important for me to represent the university, to represent the student organizations, to represent the events, and I'll do my best job to portray that for the students here at the university.
Definitely. Definitely great answer. We're going to get time for, I think, one more question and then our final question here. Okay, of course, this is definitely another question from a female student. Of course, she must have seen you on campus or whatever. How long does it take you guys as males to get ready in the morning? Because evidently it takes women a lot longer than so let's start with Muhi and we'll move our way down.
I mean, usually it's just a quick shower in the morning, and then I like to pick out my clothes the night before so I know what I'm wearing, so that helps me out, save time in the morning. Sleep as much as I can, take my shower, get into those clothes, get out.
I grab them out of a pile. I don't even know what I gotta go.
I don't know if I'm the average guy to speak about this. I'm very meticulous. It takes me like an hour to get ready. I know most guys are like a half hour. My cousin's dressed and ready in 15 minutes, so it takes me about 45.
Okay, last question to you, Brian.
Yeah.
If you could talk to the middle of the road student,
Yeah.
the guy who's in the middle of the road, Hamid, our camera guy over there, middle of the road student, as far as voting is concerned, for 15 seconds, if you can have a discussion with them for 15 seconds and try to sway his or her vote, what exactly would you say to him? You have 15 seconds.
I would say, is it important to you to get the right classes to graduate on time so that your classes are available for you? Is it important to you that our tuition is so high that college is not affordable anymore? I would say to him, is the food service important to you so that you'll stay here on campus and student life will be enhanced by you remaining here on campus and socializing with your fellow students? I would say, is it important for clubs and organizations to get an additional $25,000 so that the student life and the events that are promoted on campus can take place? I would say, is it important for you that there's a body that represents your needs, that speaks for you, that there is a voice for the student body?
Okay. Well, I definitely like to thank you guys for coming here today.
Thank you.
And my sound technician Dan is going to kill me because I keep banging on the table. But anyway, thank you, Brian, for coming.
Thanks.
Thank you, Muhi, for coming and taking out the time.
Not a problem.
And sharing this dialogue with us today. Again, thank you guys for watching Current Issues and enduring questions as we can discuss our politics here on campus. You guys have a great day.
Thank you.